Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome down to Remax Field in the beautiful Edmonton River Valley, where the Edmonton Prospects will conclude the home portion of their four-game set against the Fort McMurray Giants. As you can tell, we have a fantastic crowd on hand here for Father's Day. The motorbikes are going. It's going to be a roaring good time down here at the ballpark as the Prospects will look to make it 2 wins in a row against the Fort Mac Giants. And you can tell the Father's Day festivities are in full force. The Prospects are even wearing special plaid jerseys for the occasion. And to kick off today's broadcast, let's send it up to the fathers of the broadcast, Al Coates and John Belmont.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Beautiful day for a game of baseball here at Remax Field. Temperature about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe a little warmer. No particular breeze to report, and we'll have a big house on hand here for Father's Day. The Prospects ended a 3-game skid by virtue of a 6-2 victory last night. They cashed in 4 runs and a pair of doubles, hard hit balls, one into the gap, one down the line. But the story of the ballgame had to be Hunter Boyd. Here's his pitching line, 8-inning distance, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, 8 hits, struck out 5. He walked 2 batters. He really only squared 2 balls on him in the entire ballgame. A 2-out single by Eric Meyer. He did that in the first inning, and a 1-out single by Eric Meyer, and that was in the 9th inning. But some of the other statistics I look at: 35 batters all he faced, John. He got 11 ground ball outs, 2 ground ball double plays because he kept the ball down and held his runner tight at first base. 102 pitches thrown, 71 pitches in the strike zone. The most important thing, though, in his last 2 starts, he sucked up 17 innings.
It's just unbelievable. When he left at the end of the 8th, he looked like he could go the 9th if they needed him. Tremendous strength.
So there you have it. That's the story of the ball game last night. That was the audio portion of it. We got the video for you as well. Here's the highlights of the Prospects' victory over the Fort McMurray Giants. 1-1 delivery and a ball hit hard at third base. Davis Pratt goes to his right, can't make the play. The ball's down the line, could very well score the run. Rounding third is Meyer. He finds a new gear between third and home, and he'll slide in to score. No hitters in his professional career. There's a squeeze play, and it's a suicide squeeze. The throw to the plate is not in time. And there's some good fundamental baseball for you. McMurray Giants. There's the pitch, and that ball is run on his screws. That's a gapper into left center field. Score 1 run, might score 2. Gary pulls into scoring position. And here's the throw to the cutoff man. The throw is on the money, but not in time. The shortstop, Sanderson, threw it on 1 bounce to home plate. 2 runs will come in to score. And a ball that's spanked into the left field power alley. And it's a 2-2 ball game. And here's the 1-2 delivery. And that's a little flare in the left field. The Prospects are going to take a 1-run lead, 3-2. Tyler Maciel with a nice level swing, just like throwing an axe into a tree.
Want to keep it inside.
See if that's deep enough. It's a fly ball to straightaway center. Minarson is there to make the catch, tagging up. Here's Maskill coming in. He'll score and make it a 4-2 ball game. All right, here comes the 3-2 delivery. Bouncing ball to third base. And that ate Meyer right up. I mean, that's a hard ball chopped over his shoulder for a double and 2 runs in to score. That ball ate him up. Well, as you can see, the crowd settling into the seats for the ball game tonight. It is Father's Day at the park. The Prospects wearing a special jersey top for that. It's a checkerboard kind of a shirt, yellow and black. I don't have my sunglasses on, but I might have to go put them on. Those are loud.
They sure are.
Tyler Remchuk now with the interviews with the respective field managers of the Prospects and the Fort McMurray Giants.
Jordan, that win last night, snapping out of a bit of a losing streak, doing it on a Saturday in front of a good crowd. What does that do for the morale of the team?
Yeah, it's great to win. It's great to win at home. You know, we had some excited guys after the game. The crowd was awesome, like they always are here in town. And you don't always hear the roar like that when Jake's put the gap there. The crowd, it was special, and that's why it's special to play here in Edmonton.
You guys really had that aggressiveness in your game last night, wreaking havoc on the base paths as well. How important is that element to your team's game?
You know, it's important. It's not the only thing that we do, and it's not the only thing we have a chance to do well. You know, work for us yesterday. We're always looking to play the game the right way. We feel like that's a big part of what we can do. So, you know, if it presents itself again today, we'll be aggressive. But, you know, we're trying to make good decisions and make it be the right time to do it.
Taron Olton in his 4th year with the team gets to start tonight. Last time out, he went the whole distance, going 9 innings. How important is his veteran presence, and how nice is it to have, a guy like that to dish out every 5 days?
Yeah, Taron's a competitor. He's prepares properly. He's a guy that's reliable. We trust him. We're looking for a good start from him. He's looking to do the same, obviously, and we're happy to have him on our side.
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Todd.
Ray, you guys had a lead early yesterday, and then the prospects seemed to crank up some sort of aggressiveness on the base paths. For your team, how important is it to stop that and maybe even respond to it today?
Well, it's very important to stop the base running, like the stealing of the bases, so we have to do a better job holding guys on base. We got to do a better job coming out of the bullpen and not walking people, because that helps start that inning for them. So those are things we talked about, and hopefully today we're going to tighten them up a little bit and play a little better.
It's been a long road trip. This is the 3rd city. There's been 6 games in that span. Are there any lessons you guys have learned throughout that time, and how much of a grind is it for these kids?
Well, I don't think it should be a grind. They're all young kids, and if their aspiration is to play professional baseball, this is what it's like. As far as the 6 games, my only regret is that we're 2-3. But hopefully today we're going to play well, and we're going to go home 3-3.
Nick Cardinal on the bump for you. What can you tell us about him? What do you expect?
Well, Nick Cardinal played at Fresno State this year, and they went, I think, to the regionals. They got beat last week. He was a reliever for them. Had a very good season. I think he pitched about 25 innings. Had an ERA of about 1.6. Throws lots of strikes. I expect good things out of him today.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good game.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Here's the starting lineup today. For the Fort McMurray Giants, the man you just saw on the TV screen, Ray Brown, has penciled in the starting 9. Leading things off, he'll play at third base, number 22, Eric Meyer. Batting second, he's at first base, number 19, Tanner Hess. Brady Wood is the right fielder. Batting third, and in the cleanup spot, Richard Ortiz, he'll do the catching today. B.J. Menarson is the center fielder. Gunnar Rainey hits 6th, plays in left field. Brady McGrath at second base. Chase Atkinson, the DH, and Cam Sanderson, the 9-batter, and he is the shortstop today. Father's Day at Remax Field as we draw your attention to the home plate area and our national anthem. Nicely done, the singing of our national anthem. Here's the way the prospects line up today, leading things off. And playing in center field, Clay Loringer, the 2-hole batter. The left fielder, Place Below Hoviak. Travis Hunt in his usual spot, the 3-hole in the lineup, playing in right field. And Bo Gilbo draws in today as the first baseman. We'll continue that in just a moment.
Stand on God, for we
And that is an equally fine job of singing "O Canada." When you do that, when you sing without musical accompaniment, that's called a cappella singing. And I'm certainly not a musical expert. I couldn't carry a tune in a wheelbarrow. But moving on here with our lineup today, Bo Gilbo is the first baseman. Gilbo is the first baseman today, batting fourth. Hitting fifth and doing the catching, it's Jake Geary. Eric Crane is the designated hitter this afternoon, bats out of the sixth spot in the lineup. Tyler Maskill play at second base, bats seventh. Davis Pratt, your third baseman, hits eighth. And the shortstop, Javier Ramirez. That's in the ninth spot today. Taran Olton, veteran left-handed pitcher, who leads the prospects with 19 strikeouts. He gets a lot of those strikeouts in what's called a circle changeup, which is the new version of the old screwball. It does the same thing, but it's gripped entirely different. The screwball was really just a backwards curve, and you throw a curveball, your thumb is over the ball. You throw the screwball, your thumb is under the ball. The circle changeup, you take your thumb and your first finger, make a circle with it, and you're following three fingers on the ball, and you just turn it over. That's what you do. It's a great left-hander's pitch against right-handed batters.
It's a tremendous pitch, and of course off speed, and it gives you that screwball action. It's a right-hander throwing to a left-hander. It's going to go away from him.
Our umpiring crew this afternoon calling the balls and strikes, John Oko. Matt Beaudry at first base. And Devin Redekop is the umpire working at third. 6-2 Prospect win last night. Ended a 3-game string of futility. They'll have tomorrow off, and you fans tuning in from Fort McMurray, your local 9 will be back on the diamond Tuesday and Wednesday night at the beautiful ballpark in Fort McMurray against the Prospects. As the Prospects head out on a week-long road trip following that. Right back down Highway 63, hook up at Highway 2, maybe stop in Edmonton for a cup of coffee. And it's into Okotoks for a game on Thursday. Next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, against the Medicine Hat Mavericks in Medicine Hat. And a week from tomorrow will be a matinee game, our first midweek matinee game. That'll be a 2:05 contest against the Lethbridge Bulls. As you see, Taran Olton up on the bump today. Jake Geary will complete the battery. Pratt's at third, Gilbo at first base, Ramirez the shortstop, Maskill is the second baseman. On the picket line today from left through right, Blahoyek, Loringer, and Hunt. Taran Olton makes his fourth start on the year. He's got one complete game. So that's 20 innings of pitching, 23 hits. He's coughed up 10 runs, 7 earned runs, walked 5, struck out 19. And he logs an earned run average of 3.04. The Western Canada Baseball League is hitting .263 off Taran Olton. Leads it off with a low fastball, and we are underway at 2:05 Mountain Time here at Remax Field, in front of what will be probably the biggest crowd of the season. They've been forever down the boulevard, the River Road, and getting the cars parked. What a better way to spend Father's Day on a sunshiny Sunday right here at Remax Field.
Couldn't be better.
Olton toes the rubber right off the third base side of the pitching slab. And there's a ball that's belted out into left field. That ball's got some carry on it. And that ball is going to be played off the wall. That'll be a double to lead things off by Eric Meyer. And a hanger out over the plate, and he nails it for a two-base hit.
Look at that pitch coming in. He did get her up. Drove her into the power alley for a stand-up double.
Whatever the woes of the Fort McMurray Giants are, it's not with a stick. They've got a pretty good batting lineup here today. 5 batters hitting above 300, and here's one of them, Tanner Hess. And he is hitting at a .338 clip here for the Giants. One batter faced and a man in scoring position. And here comes the pitch. Turned the ball over, and it's low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hess last night went 0 for 4. He struck out, and he ground out 3 times. Olton comes set and delivers. Throws a backdoor breaking pitch. Evens the count on up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Everybody on the diamond today, all day games in the Western Canada League. Brooks is in Okotoks. Swift Current is in Regina. Lethbridge and Yorkton, they might get 2 in today. They were rained out last night. And there's the ball that's nubbed out into right field. A little Diane Quayle falls in for a base hit. Tanner Hess is aboard with his first knock of the series, and Brady Wood is the batter. Melville at Weyburn, and the Moose Jaw Ball Club is in Medicine Hat this afternoon. Scores from last night's play: Weyburn 15, Medicine Hat 3. They have won 13 consecutive ball games. The hottest team in the league is the Weyburn Beavers. So with runners at first and third, the middle infield will shorten up and play at a double play depth. And Olton with a pickoff throw. Moose Jaw defeated Melville 5-3. Regina with a whitewash of Swift Current 12-0. Brooks defeated the Okotoks Dogs 13-11. 24 runs scored in that contest. As we told you, Lethbridge and Yorkton were postponed due to rain. Brady Wood is the batter up, hitting a solid .370, a big burly right-handed batter. And Teran Olton with a fastball high of the target. Sit at a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
With men on the corners here, what the prospects are looking for, the ball on the ground, they'll take the double play, give up the run.
There's that circle changeup. See how it runs away from a right-handed batter. And we go to 1-2. We did have, as a good fortune back on our AAA days, have one of the best left-handed screwball pitchers I ever saw, Fernando Valenzuela. Came here on a 5-game trial. Went 2 wins, 2 losses, and a no decision, if I remember correctly. Fastball is high. The count is even at 2-2.
Fernando had one of the most interesting kicks in the world. He looked up at the sky just before he released the ball.
It was absolutely textbook on how not to do it.
Exactly.
You are not supposed to take your eye off the target. There's a breaking pitch inside. And he was pretty much washed up. The Dodgers had not signed him. The Angels picked him up on, who knows, maybe he'll draw us a few extra fans at the Big A. And he had a year or 2 with the Angels, and he finished out with the Baltimore Orioles. He was a rubber-armed left-hander. Pitch inside. It's going to be ball 4. And that is not the start that Teran Olton wanted today. Bases loaded, nobody out, and the cleanup batter coming to the plate.
And that was his slider. He considers his slider his best pitch. Get in that 3-2 situation, that's what he's going to come with. But he's missing.
Ortiz hitting .321 on the season. Double play depth in the infield. The outfield is straight away. Olton strides home, and the ball is put into play. It's a high pop fly ball out into right center field. Clay Loringer drifts over, makes the catch. The runner will tag and come in to score, and it's a 1-0 ball game.
He got that ball over the plate. Popped her up into shallow right center. Good play by Clay Loringer. Get over, get the throw, and he's just offline.
5th and final +300 batter in the Fort Mac lineup this afternoon is B.J. Minarson. He's the center fielder. Eric Myers scores. He got aboard on the leadoff double. Went to third on a base hit to right. Advanced to third. And he comes in to score. Tanner Hess moves up to third base on the fly ball out. Olton ready to go, and the ball is hit out into right field. That's a foul ball, just foul of the chalk by about 6 inches. Strike 1 to B.J. Minarson.
That was close. You look at this, like you say, Al, is just outside the line.
Olton comes home, and the ball is belted out into left field. That's a catchable ball drifting in. Camped under that is Blahoyek, and there's the throw from left field. Very nearly a close play, closer play than I thought it would be. Blahoyek with a pretty good arm and a one-hopper to the plate, pretty much right on target. But Tanner Hess will avoid the tag and come in to score, make it a 2-0 ball game.
When you look at the replay, Pierce Blahoviak, he just gets it up the line a little too much. Other than that, a very good throw. Gunnar
Rainey, a .273 batter, playing in left field this afternoon. So a pair of sacrifice flies cashes in 2 runs, and the Giants with an early lead. Olton delivers. That's the slider. Misses a little bit low, ball 1. So the Weyburn Beavers at 13-2 and a 1-game lead on the Regina Red Sox. The Beavers have won 13 consecutive games. There's a ground ball back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Maskill onto Ramirez. And that'll do it here in the top half of the first inning. 2 runs come in to score on 2 hits. And the Fort McMurray Giants up by a deuce as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. And this is Edmonton Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Starting pitcher this afternoon is Nick Cardinal. He's making his debut today for the Fort McMurray Giants. Just completing his college assignment, John. He was down at Fresno State, play at Biden Field. And they've had a great program over the years. I can think of 2 guys that played in the big leagues, came out of Fresno State, and there's lots more. There's just 2 I can think of. One was an outfielder with the Giants named Danny Gladden, and the other was an infielder. And he kicked around for a while. We saw him at AAA, and he rose to fame, I suppose, in Canada. He was a shortstop of the Blue Jays, Eddie Zosky.
You know, the interesting thing, Fresno State, as you said, produced a lot of good ball players. They're in the NC2A regionals this year. They got a very good program out there.
Richard Ortiz behind the plate. Meyer at third, Hess at first. Sanderson and McGrath, your double play, Quinella. Gunnar Rainey in left field. B.J. Menarson is the center fielder, and Brady Wood is in right. As we get this bottom half of the first inning underway, Clay Loringer swinging a happy pole. He comes into play today, batting .318. Fully back on the middle infield, midway on the corners. The outfield is straight away. Here Loringer shows the bunt, draws the bat back. 2 balls and no strikes.
One thing we've seen with Clay Loringer is he has very good bat control. Not a power hitter, but very good bat control.
Cardinal delivers. His breaking pitch misses inside. Go to ball 3. Fresno, the hometown of some really good athletes. Maybe the best pitcher of the decade of the 70s, Tom Seaver. He could do everything. Touch 100 with the gas, hit a hook, slider and a changeup. And the pitch is a strike. Gus Zerniel was a big first baseman, played in the 40s and 50s. He was out of Fresno. And a track and field guy, John, Bob Mathias, and he could do it all.
One of the top decathletes in the world, his era.
3-1 pitch is swatted foul up the left field line and out of play. So again, it's the Weyburn Beavers at 13-2, 13 consecutive victories. The Regina Red Sox a game back at 11-2. 4 games off, the Swift Current 57s. They've won 9, they've lost 6. 3-2, what do you do? And it's a high and away fastball, ball 4. Lahoyek will be the batter. Moose Jaw Miller Express, they're a 500 ball club, 7-7, 5.5 out. Melville Millionaires, 5-10, 8 games back. 11 out the Yorkton Cardinals with a victory against 12 losses. The Okotoks Dogs lost last night, so the Prospects picked up a game in the standings. Edmonton is 2 games back of the Dogs. And there's the pitch, line drive, fielded at third by Meyer. Throw across the diamond. And some days don't pay to get out of bed. You get a good at bat, you rip the ball, and you just line into a line drive double play. But that's nicely turned by the Fort McMurray Giants. That's a good play.
It really was. Excellent throw by the third baseman. Got a good stretch from the first baseman.
That ball pretty much hit right to Meyer. So he'll get a put out and an assist on the double play. And Travis Hunt is the batter, the right fielder. Edmonton now at 9-7, 2 back, 3.5 games out. The Lethbridge Bulls, 6 victories against 7 losses. That is the Net Mavericks are 6-9, 4.5 back. Fort McMurray Giants 5-9, 5 out. And the Brooks Bombers in the cellar, 4 wins, 11 losses, and 6.5 games off the pace. Here Cardinal can rock out of a full windup with the bases empty. Kind of a ball on the strike. 6'2" right-handed pitcher from Bonnyville, Alberta. We had a guy that pitched here in independent professional baseball, Reggie Rivard, the Bonnyville fireballer, and he had a good career. Went to Washington State. Didn't get drafted, but he hung around, and he got as high as AAA with the Indianapolis Indians. And the Oklahoma City Ball Club, that was the AAA club of the Texas Rangers. And Reggie, I believe, is coaching youth ball out in Bonneville as we speak. Breaking pitch, fouled off. Now just up the road is a place called Coal Lake, about 50 miles from Bonneville. And if you go back to the 1975 World Series, which is the best I ever saw, every game went extra innings, went 7 games. And one of the pitchers that picked up a victory in that World Series out of the bullpen, I do believe the first Canadian pitcher to win a World Series game was from Coal Lake, and his name is Reggie Cleveland.
He could throw some heat, couldn't he?
He could bring it. He's just a big, strong, right-handed pitcher. He was born in Coal Lake. He was raised in Swift Current. What a series that was. Went 7 games. Boston was managed by Darrell Knowles. Sparky, of course, had the Big Red Machine. And their best pitcher was a big left-hander with the best slider I ever saw, a guy named Don Gullett. And the 3-2 pitch. That ball is ticketed into left field, a base hit. String the inning alive, and Travis Hunt is aboard. Louis Tiant was the ace of the Boston Red Sox. He was a +20 game winner that year. A guy that was a pitching coach over here for a while. Rick Wise had a good season with the Red Sox. And it went 7, and the Reds won it. Their third of 3 consecutive World Series titles, the 75 series. Bo Gilbo, normally a catcher. They got him penciled in today at first base. Struggled on a little bit with the pole, but he's batting .143 coming into the game today. Cardinal ready to go. Here comes the pitch. That ball is belted out into right field. He'll have men at first and second base. Pitch out over the plate. Bo Gilbo gets himself a knock here in the bottom half of the first inning.
At that first pitch and drill, it jumped right on it.
Jake Geary, the batter up, hitting a .302 clip in the season. And he is back behind the plate today. Richard Ortiz up to the mound as he wants to get on the same page of the hymn book. Here with Nick Cardinal. Prospects with a 6-2 victory last night. They cashed in 4 runs and a couple of doubles. One was a shot into the left field gap, and the other one was a hard ground ball. Just about took the head off of the third baseman Meyer. He's lucky he didn't get a ball that was hit right into his teeth. There's a fly ball foul down the right side into the barbecue area. Strike 1 to Jake Geary. Geary last night popped up, flied out, knocked in a couple of runs with that shot into the gap, and popped up. Prospects sent 9 batters to the plate in the 6th inning. They cashed in the 4 runs. 3 of them were earned. Did it on a pair of hits. Got a couple of more runs in the bottom half of the 8th inning. A stretch here by Cardinal, the long stride home, and the ball belted foul. That's a pretty good indication right there when a pitcher is changing speeds. In back-to-back pitches, the batter fouls one off to the right side, then he fouls one off to the left side. That is like the differential in a transmission.
Yeah, pulled the string a little on that last pitch.
Means you're not catching up to the hard stuff, and you're way out in front of the soft stuff.
And that off balance is what pitchers want. Keep those batters totally off balance.
Fastball is upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The thing about Jake Geary that he's done pretty well all season, he has good at bats. He will foul the ball off a lot, and he'll either wait for the walk or he'll get a base hit or a double. He's got power.
1 ball, 2 strike on the batter. Men at first and second with 2 away. 2-0 ball game. Fort McMurray Giants in the lead. Another ball hit foul. That's what a good batting lineup could do as well. They could just wear out a pitcher.
You can't just hit enough foul balls and just make them throw.
The one that I remember the most was back in AAA. At the old ballpark in Salt Lake City, Dirks Field. We had a shortstop, Craig Gerber was his name. He fouled off 16 two-strike pitches.
That's unbelievable.
And here comes the 1-2 delivery. Nice breaking ball thrown by Cardinal. And that'll get it done. So we've got one inning into the books as you see that hook. Didn't come close. 2-0 ball game, the Giants lead, and this is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Second inning underway here on Father's Day at the ballpark. I would think we're in the 3,000 range, perhaps a little bit better. Don't forget next Monday, not tomorrow, a week from Monday, Lethbridge Bulls are in town for a matinee contest. And that will be a 2:05 start. Gates open up at 1 o'clock, and we will have the game right here on ICU Video. So Brady McGrath will lead it off. McGrath batting .278 on the season. Ryan Olton rocks into his windup and gasses one up there high, ball one. He had him batting out of the leadoff spot last night, McGrath. He went a collective 0 for 4. Fly to right, bounce to the shortstop, fly to right, and ground into a double play. And here's the 2-0 delivery. That was a breaking ball into the strike zone. 19 strikeouts for Teran Olton. And that has him the leader in that category. There's a ball belted up the middle, a base hit. That's the third knock in the afternoon for the Fort McMurray Giants. And Chase Atkinson, the designated hitter, will be the batter.
He got that ball up and very good swing for the base hit.
The strikeout leader in the Western Canada League is Tanner Sullivan of the Melville Millionaires. He's got 22. Paraleski out of Melville with 21. Stratton from Weyburn with 20. Batten from Regina is 20. If you wonder why I don't pronounce the first names, because I don't have them. Hunter Boyd of the Prospects and Teran Olton, both at 19 strikeouts on the year. They're going to shorten the middle infield up. Pratt's going to play inside third, try to take the bunt away. Belt high fastball evens the count at 1-1.
Now, Teran Olton has been missing a little today, more than we've seen him in the past. He's getting the ball up a little bit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he runs a fastball over the inside half of the plate, middle of the plate in. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out and a man at first. 2-0 Giants lead. We're in the top of the second inning.
This is where we might see that circle change up, Al.
Pitch was up, but it was swung on and fouled away. Earned run average leader is Chris Paralowski of Melville, and I'll tell you what, he's been tougher than a nickel steak. 0.48 earned run average. Hunter Boyd in the top 5 with an ERA at 1.59. Runner goes, and the ball is fouled away.
Well, they're trying the hit and run there, but ended up pulling it foul.
Olton is ready, the long stride home. Here's the pitch, and there's the circle changeup. He took a big rip at it and a strikeout, the 20th on the year for Teran Olton. Here it is. Watch how it runs away from the right-handed batter. The shortstop, Cam Sanderson, the batter up. They bat him out of the 9 spot here for the Giants. He's batting a .227 clip. One for 3 last night. He got a squeeze bunt down, a bunt single that knocked in a run. Bounced into a double play, and he struck out. They executed that squeeze bunt just about perfectly to produce the run. Here and there, I kind of like that. Little baseball, the inside game.
It's a lot of fun to watch it, and it takes a lot of execution to make it work.
Ramirez at Maskill will shorten up in the middle infield. Pratt now just wide of the bag at third base. Another circle changeup. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You might as well throw that pitch till it stops working.
Exactly right. He's getting that little run on it just the way he wants, and that could be his best pitch today. His slider, he's gotten up a little bit.
Here's the 0-2, and that's a bouncing ball up the middle. Maskill on to Ramirez. And the force out. Make it 2 away in the inning. They didn't start the runner. There's the flip on to Ramirez. And he turns it on to first, not in time. So Sanderson, he can fly down that line.
He can, and the way that ball was hit, it was fairly slow. You end up with 4 to 6 to 3 play. It was well executed.
Pitch is fouled away, top of the order here, and Eric Meyer, the batter, hit one right on the screws his first time up. Lined a bullet into the left field power alley and one hop to the wall. Came around to score. Meyer delivers. Here's Ramirez making a nice scoop onto his left-handed side. Sanderson is erased at second base. Nice play of the prospect shortstop Ramirez. Here in the top of 2, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left aboard. The Giants lead 2 runs to nothing on our Father's Day special on ICU Video. Out of the bottom half of the second inning, and the leading lady for the Prospects is the DH, Eric Crane. 278 batsman out of Richmond, Virginia. Attends Longwood University. Tyler Maskill and Davis Pratt are due up. 6, 7, and 8 batters in the prospect order. They're against Nick Cardinal, who got pinged a little bit in the first inning. He surrendered 2 hits. Now one of them squared. Swung on the first pitch. It's a slow hopper to Meyer, the third baseman. Gathers it in, tosses it across the diamond. And there's 1 pitch and 1 away. And Tyler Maskill will stand in. Out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, at Lindsey Wilson University. And the pitch. Cardinal throws a strike, 0-1.
Good fastball, inside corner. Showing some good speed.
Maskill got a base hit last night, a run batted in and a run scored. There's a little looper out in his short right field. The Texas lead single. On a pitch, pretty much right in on his fists. He opened the bat head up a little bit and gets awarded with a knock. It's an old saying on those kind of hits. They look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow.
Yeah. But they do get you on base.
Davis Pratt, the hitter. Left-handed batsman playing at third base, hitting .237. Sanderson and McGrath, the middle infield, shorten up now. Meyer about midway at third, a little in from midway. And Cardinal back on to first base. Tomorrow's an off day, and Tuesday and Wednesday, the Prospects will be up in Fort McMurray at that gorgeous facility. One of these days, I'm going to get up there and have a look at that park.
It's a beautiful ballpark, Hal. I've been up there for football, and that whole complex, that shell complex, is absolutely amazing.
1 ball and no strike. Cardinal comes set and delivers. There's a ball that's dribbled to the right side of the diamond. Nice scoop made by McGrath, ranging to his left, does a full spin. And his throw is right on the money. There's 2 out with a man in scoring position. It's hard to believe with that park in Fort McMurray, which is kind of like semi-connected to the football stadium. A couple of years ago, that's where the Toronto Argonauts played their season opener. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Very interesting.
That is a first even for that league. Javier Ramirez will be the batter up. 9-hole batter today, hitting .268. Cardinal delivers, and his fastball is up and in, ball 1. Ramirez got a sacrifice fly last night, got an infield hit, stole a bag, and he drew a walk, and he struck out swinging. 2 gone, a man at second base, 2-0 ball game. The Giants are in the lead. We're in the bottom half of the second inning. Cardinal ready to go, and here's the pitch. Another ball that's looped out into right field. This is a catchable ball, and drifting in is Brady Wood. There to make the catch, and that'll end the uprising here in inning number 2 for the Prospects. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll take a timeout, and this is Edmonton Prospects baseball on ICU Video. Inning 3 now underway. The batter up is Tanner Hess, the first baseman. Punched a single out in the right field, came in to score his first time through. Brady Wood and Richard Ortiz, 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Giant lineup today. Breaking pitches in the strike zone. We sit at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball game at the 35-minute mark here in the 3rd inning. Here on Father's Day at the ballpark, the Prospects with a checkered top, kind of a yellow and black. They look more like jockeys at a racetrack. Foul back, strike 2.
That's the second game like that. That Hawaiian Day was the same. All looked like jockey silks.
Twenty strikeouts on the year for Teran Olton. 6'3" left-handed pitcher out of Legal, Alberta. Little farming community north of St. Albert.
He went to high school, Belrose High School in St. Albert. Very, very solid individual. Good command of his pitches.
And the 1-2 pitch, ball scooted back up the middle. Olton might have had a chance to flag it at the mound. It got by him. Ramirez gave chase, but nothing doing, so a base hit up the middle. The big leagues last night, the Houston Astros defeated the Blue Jays 7-2. They wrapped that series up this afternoon. Early in the going, the Jays had a 2-0 lead. The Angels were winners over Tampa Bay, 5-3. Boston defeated the Baltimore Orioles. The score there was 7-2. Arizona Diamondbacks 10-3 over Washington. The Indians a 4-2 victory in Detroit. The Marlins in a pitching duel edged the Pirates 4-3. Mets 8, Cardinals 7, the Rangers 4, the Cincinnati Reds 3. The Central Division leading Minnesota Twins do what they do best, and that's win ball games, as they defeated the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Yankees with a victory 8-4 over the White Sox. Philadelphia down the Atlanta Braves 6-5. The Oakland A's with an 11-2 win over the Mariners at that beautiful ballpark just off I-5, Safeco Field in the Emerald City. Bouncing ball to third. Here's Pratt on to Maskill. Maskill to Gilbo, and there's an around-the-horn double play. Can't do it much better in the big leagues. You can score that 5-4 to 3.
That was very good.
It's a nice turn by Maskill. He got clobbered a little bit at the bag, but you expect that.
He stuck in there. That's the important thing. Good throw to first.
And Richard Ortiz is the batter. One way, if you're a middle infielder covering on a play like that, in the big leagues you used to see it all the time. Usually it's the second baseman taking the throw from the left side of the infield. And you see a guy coming in on you trying to break the double play up. And he comes in with his cleats maybe a little high. Is you just make sure your throw to first base is real low. And that generally gets the runner out of the way. Strike 1 delivery.
That's
the ball off the plate.
That's even done in Division I. You'll see that. Come in wrong, that ball's going to come low.
And the 1-1 pitch. Nice changeup from Teran Olton. He's 1 pitch away from putting the Giants to bed here in the 3rd. Set it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Ball hit off the head of the bat, and it's a bouncer here to Gilbo. And he'll make the unassisted put out, and that'll do it. Here in the 3rd is a ground ball double play, and a bounce out gets it done. No runs on a hit, no errors. Nobody left on base. 2.5 innings in the books. And this is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Second end of this very short homestand now underway. We're in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as you get a look at today's starting pitcher, Nick Cardinal, Bonnyville, Alberta, and attends Fresno State University. Kicks and delivers, and the pitch is down and away. 1 ball, no strikes to Pierce Blohoyak, who bounced into a double play his first time through. Actually lined into a double play. Hit the ball right on the screws, but it was a double play. Here hits another one on the screws off the head of the bat and nails himself a base hit. And that's the first time in today's ball game the Prospects have been able to cash in a leadoff runner. I beg your pardon, that was Clay Loringer who led the inning off. And the base hit to center field. Missed the batter, and Blahoyek will be the batter up. There he shows the bunt, and he drops it down pretty nice just to the left of the mound. There's not going to be a play, and that'll be a bunt single. And the tying run is aboard here in the last of 3. Cardinal, I don't think, was expecting a bunt. He kind of double pumped on it a little bit. And Travis Hunt is the batter. Tying run is now aboard here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Travis Hunt has been having a good season. Good power hitter, got good speed.
So with 2 bags occupied, here's the pitch from Cardinal. Throws a knee-buckling curveball. Nice little hammer right on the inside half of the plate. College World Series is underway, John, and I believe you have some information on that.
We do. Michigan defeated Texas Tech yesterday 5-3. And Florida State, in a great pitching duel, defeated Arkansas 1-0. Today, Vanderbilt is up in the bottom of the 4th against Louisville, 1-0. And Mississippi State will play Auburn later this afternoon.
Rosenblatt Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska. Big old ballpark in downtown Omaha.
Been there a long time. We were there, first time I was there in 1964. College World Series.
And the 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside block. We played there on July 4th a number of years back, and the players said, you really see this fireworks show. It went on for hours. I mean, that's how we were long back at the hotel, and they were still firing off the rockets. Going to do that here, of course, on July 1st, our Canada Day celebration here at Remax Field. Nick Cardinal delivers. The runner breaks for 3rd. Here's the throw. The umpire's call. As Loringer is erased on a good throw from the catcher, Richard Ortiz. Might have been a little bit high, but Meyer, the 3rd baseman, really quick with his glove hand.
Well, there was that, and also what Ortiz did really well. He got in behind Hunt, got the ball down there quick. Very good play by Ortiz.
2-5 on the putout. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Travis Hunt. Short in the middle infield up now. They're at a double play depth and a throw back to first base. Hunt, a .390 batter.
They say he's having a good season. Travis would like to send a huge shout out to his dad, Bill Hunt, for not only helping him pursue his dream as a baseball player, but for raising Travis into the man he is today. He says, I love you, Pops. Moreno Valley, California. Bill Hunt's watching the game today. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
That is the one thing about doing a telecast on the web, and I'm by no means, well, I'm computer illiterate, put it that way. But as opposed to an off-air television signal, this thing can be viewed around the world.
It sure can. Everybody who loves the game can pick it up.
Times change. I guess I didn't change with them, but what do they think of next? Hunt got a base hit his first time along. Slapped a single into left field. Cardinal working slow and deliberate out of the set position. The runner got sent. The ball gets belted out into left field. Here's the throw to 3rd. It's right on target on 1 bounce, but not in time.
They just about caught Pierce on this. If you look at it, he gets off and he overruns the base. It's a good hit. It's a good throw. When you watch this now, he slides. He goes right by the base. And now he has to come back, and he just beats the tag.
Just beat it. Now, if he touches the bag and then goes into foul territory, there's nothing you can do about it. You're in foul territory. But you got to touch the base. Here they sent the runner, and this time around they rolled the dice, and it came up sevens, first and third. That's the third hit of the inning here for the Prospects. Bo Gilbo is the batter. And the pitch to Gilbo down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Bo punched a single into right his first time along. There you see the luxury boxes in behind home plate. And if you want to have a real good time at the ballpark, inquire about renting a luxury suite for a group of 12. You'll have food delivered right to the suite. One of the very few ballparks that have luxury suites on ground level. In fact, I think it's the only one that I'm aware of. And you get a great view of the game. You see what the players see. That is available. Just contact the Edmonton Prospects and book your function here at RE/MAX Field.
And Al, if you happen to be, you get the right box, you'd be right by home dugout or the opposition dugout.
And here comes the 2-0 pitch, high and wide. As memory serves me correctly, you were a luxury box holder at one time, were you not?
Chuck Moser and I had a box for the entire time of the Trappers. When this was built in '95, we got one of them. And yeah, it's a great place to watch the game from. A lot of fun. Good. We could develop some good friends down there.
Ball 3, strike none. The kick, the pitch. The ball that's belted out into right field, hit it right on the screws, but right at the right fielder, Brady Wood. Tagging and coming in to score is Blahoyek, and it's a 1-run ball game. Hit that one good.
He sure did. He tagged it just right at the outfielder.
Looks to me like Bo Gilbo's bat is starting to come around. He got a good piece of wood on that pitch as he starts to improve his batting average. Going into play today, 143. Here he'll get a run batted in and no time at bat. And Jake Geary is the batter. 2-1 ball game here in the last of the third inning. Runner goes, here's the throw. It's on one bounce to second, not in time. Travis Hunt beats out a pretty good throw here from Richard Ortiz. Here you'll see it. Didn't even come out of his crouch. He just threw that one from his knees. Johnny Bench used to do that.
The thing is that hurt Ortiz a little there. That ball bounced, and it bounced up high enough when the second baseman gloved it, couldn't get it down. Was able to slide under. Travis Hunt's got good speed.
Strike one delivery and a foul tip. Catcher really has to do three things when you're trying to gun a runner down at second base. Come out of your crouch, pivot forward with your left leg, cock your right arm back, not very far back. You don't throw from an outfielder's windup, you just snap the throw.
Comes right by the ear. Very quick throw. And that pitch helped because it was a little bit outside and up in the zone where he could snap the throw right away.
And here's the strike two delivery. Nick Cardinal works on a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Geary struck out his opening time along here today. A solid season at the plate, batting .302. He belted a ball into left field last night, cashed in a couple of runs. And here's the 1-2 pitch to him. Breaking ball right in his wheelhouse. He swings and he misses it, but a good inning for the Prospects. They played a run, and to make it a 2-1 ball game as that up and in fastball gets the batter. So we are through 3 here on Father's Day. And let's send things down to Tyler Remchuk. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. One thing we've talked about a lot this year is the Prospects and their ability to be aggressive on the base pass. We saw how it kind of went away a bit in their series against Regina. We saw what the results were. Last night, it came back in full force. They stole a total of 6 bases, weren't caught at all. And what it does, not just put runners in scoring position for them, but it gives them a different kind of swagger, and it's something that's carried over into this game as well. I was down on the field before the game, and the players, there's just a different sense of relaxation on the team. Their minds are almost at ease. We saw them playing hacky sack down the third baseline during warm-ups. Everyone's laughing. Before the game, they were dancing in the dugout. It just seems like when they have that aggressive nature in their game, it helps them win, and it breeds this sort of confidence. Anyways, we're seeing it again today. We saw a steal of second base as well. Of course, we did see them get thrown out at third base, but that confidence, it slowly creeps back in their game when the aggressiveness does. One other thing is you enjoy an ICU video procast. 22 years ago today, Rob Zitlau decided to make it his full-time business. So a big congratulations to Rob. And he took a bit of a gamble going to this full-time. And if you're watching the broadcast and seeing the quality that the company does, I think you'd agree it was a good gamble by Rob Zitlau.
All right, thank you kindly, Tyler. Let's move along to the fourth inning. A pretty good pitching duel this afternoon. 2-1 score, the Giants lead as they parlayed 2 hits, 2 sacrifice flies into 2 earned runs off Teran Olton. Olton, after that first inning, has faced 1 batter more than the minimum through the innings 2 and 3. Lots of times, if you're going to get a good pitcher, you've got to get him early, as if you don't, as the innings wear on, he'll just get stronger.
And that seems to be what is happening with Teran Olton right now. He's thrown a total of 39 pitches through the 3 innings.
B.J. Menarson, the leadoff batter. Knocked in a run with a fly ball to straightaway center field his first time through, and here comes the pitch to him. Pitch is low, ball 1 to Menarson. Not on the roster, so he is appearing in his second game as a Fort McMurray Giant. A lot of the rosters are in a state of flux because players have yet to arrive at their summer assignment in the Western Canada League due to playoff runs at the NCAA level. And from the windup, that's the circle changeup, waved at. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Menarson.
Very well executed circle change. You get that little screwball action at the end of it.
And he throws him another one. It's foul tipped in the batter's box. Come into Jiffy Lube today for a Pennzoil. Fully synthetic oil change, no appointment necessary, warranty approved. You're an air mile, reward miles, $100 travel credit. Details at jiffylubeservice.ca. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Middle part of the batting order due up. B.J. Menarson, Gunnar Rainey, the left fielder, and Brady McGrath, the second baseman. That one is high and wide of the target, as you can see, and the count is full.
That ball just got away from Teran right off the bat.
I would think we're right about a 3,000 crowd here today at Remax Field. An inside-out swing, the ball's popped up over by the first base dugout. Finding his range is Gilbo, and he makes the play. What Bo did there is he found where the ball was in the high sky, and then he found out where he had to go, and he came right over by the dugout railing, because you know anybody in that Fort McMurray dugout's not going to be giving him any good advice on catching that pop-up.
They weren't talking nice to him.
And Gunnar Rainey, the batter, he hit it into a force that retired the side in the first inning. The middle infield is now fully back on the corners. They're about midway. The outfield is straightaway. A 273 batter, Gunnar Rainey. And the pitch to him is a fastball. We threw that one for a dud. He didn't intend to throw it for a strike.
The pitch before was a slider that could be in the back door and just caught a corner and tried to sneak the fastball by him.
And a ball hit down the right side is foul of the chalk. And making a great running catch is Travis Hunt. That ball wasn't hit high in the air, so he didn't have a lot of time. Not a lot of, if I can use a football term, hang time on that ball. There you see him tracking that one down, flags it in foul territory, 2 away.
Very good jump on the ball by Travis Hunt. All of these outfielders with the prospects, all 4 of them, they got 4 they like to play a lot. They can all flat out run, and they get good jumps on the ball.
Brady McGrath is the batter, and a belt-high fastball, strike 1. Out of Albany, Ohio, attends Butler University. Probably never heard of Fort McMurray before he was signed to a contract.
You're probably right.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, strike 2. Two runs on 4 hits, no errors today for the Giants. 1 run on 6 hits this afternoon, and no errors for the Prospects. He's going to waste a pitch high, 1-2. There's a ball that's belted into left field for a base hit. Never on an 0-2 count do you want to serve one up. Usually you'll waste a pitch. We had a guy here at AAA. He pitched at the big leagues for about 10 years. It was Johnny Wasden. And his one and only year here in Edmonton, he gave up 19 0-2 home runs. The guy just would not throw a pitch not in the strike zone. That's a lot of 0-2 home runs. And here's a ball belted out into left field. Coming on towards the foul chalk is Blahoyek. You got this one on radar, and that will retire the side. No runs on a hit. 1 man stranded. 3.5 innings in the books and a 2-1 Giant lead on Father's Day. This is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. 6 hits on the afternoon for the Prospects, and they've been able to use those 6 hits and parlay it into 1 run. They've had some pretty good at-bats today. They had a line drive double play. Ball was hit right on the button. And we sit at a 2-1 ball game in the last half of the 4th inning. Crane, the batter up. He bounced out his first time along, and the pitch to him is low to the plate. Go to 2 balls and no strikes. Quick check of the big league standings. The Yankees going into play today, 42-27. That's a 1/2 game lead on a much improved Tampa Bay Devil Ray Ball Club that are 42 victories and 28 losses. Half game lead. And the ball fouled away. The Red Sox are 5.5 games out. I would imagine they still have the hangover from the World Series. I think they'll make a second half charge. I really do.
Their pitching has to become a little better.
The Blue Jays today at 25-45, 17.5 games out. And I don't know what they're going to do over there. They're going to have to do something. That is not what was expected of them this year. I don't think by any stretch of the imagination where they expected to be in October baseball, but they collectively have got termites in their bats. Break and pitch, we go to 3-2. The Orioles are 21-49, 21.5 games back. And they would be more than that if it wasn't for Buck Showalter. He's a good manager. He just doesn't have anything to work with. There's a breaking ball thrown by Cardinal, a swing and a miss. That's his 3rd strikeout on the day. Tyler Maskill will be the batter. Looks like the Twins have a chance of going wire to wire in the Central Division. They came out of the gate spitting fire and lead, and I mean snorting. 47-22, 11-game lead on the Cleveland Indians. 13 up on the Pale Hose, 21 up on the Bengals from Detroit. And the Kansas City Royals, boy, they're going to have the dog days of August, July, as they're in the cellar. And there's a line drive. Meyer at third base, down on his knees to make the scoop. There he just stole a base hit away from the Prospects batter.
That was a very hard hit by Maskill, but right at the third baseman.
Third baseman Davis Pratt, the batter up. He ground out his opening time along. A.J. Hinch, who caught here professionally in Edmonton about a decade ago. And Hinchy's got his Astros where they want to be, 48-23. And a 9.5 game lead on the Texas Rangers. Here's the 1-0 pitch. You know, the one-time president of the United States was the president of the Texas Rangers at one time?
Yeah, for a number of years.
George Walker Bush.
Of course,
the Bush family and a guy named Eddie Childs were co-owners of the Rangers. A strike on the outside corner. I think that's the old Seattle Pilot franchise, wasn't it?
I think it is. What's interesting about that, too, his dad, who was president before him, was a very good baseball player at Yale, which, of course, were 4 young players with the Prospects now are Yale players. But he was a very good
They made their
baseball
money in the
player.
oil business.
They sure did.
If you can't find oil somewhere around Midland, Texas, you can't find oil. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count here on Davis Pratt. Bases empty, 2 gone. Nick Cardinal rocks into his windup. And the ball belted out into left center field. And the catch is made. Here by Gunnar Rainey. You have a real problem, I do anyway, seeing the ball in day games. I always have here at Remax Field, but there's the catch made by Gunnar Rainey. 3 up, 3 down, 4th inning. We're through 4. It's a 2-1 Fort McMurray lead. And this is Prospects Baseball on Father's Day.
6 hits for your offense, just the 1 run though, but the fact you're getting those base runners, you're getting guys in scoring position, does that give you confidence you can put some more runs on the board as the game keeps going?
Yeah, for sure. We're always confident. We need to clean it up a little bit on the base paths, but we're confident.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
Cam Sanderson will be the leadoff batter here for the Giants. Eric Meyer and Tanner Hess due up here in the inning. Olton faced 6 batters in the first inning, got a couple of balls up. Gave a hard hit double. Ball was punched out into right field, and 2 fly balls brought in the 2 runs, but not a sniff since. He's been just about El Perfecto through innings 2, 3, and 4.
He likes to start an inning off with that slider, and we'll see if he does it here. And against a right-handed hitter, this will come in the back door on him. He'll start it outside and bring it in over the corner.
Sanderson, a London, Ontario ball player out of the University of British Columbia.
Now,
there's the ground ball of the shortstop. Ramirez makes the scoop. And digging it out of the dirt is Gilbo at first base to preserve the putout. Goes 6-3, and there's 1 away. Eric Meyer will be the batter. Out of Frankfort, Kentucky, attends Spalding University. Hit a double and came around to score in the first inning. There's Olton with a belt-high fastball. We go to strike 1. So the Astros 9.5 up on the Texas Rangers. The A's are 12 back. The Dodgers 13. 19 1/2 games back is the Seattle Mariners. There's a ball that's hit well out into the gap in right center field. And that is a big gap out there. Loringer will get the ball back to the infield, but that's going to be a 3-base hit with 1 away. That's the best hit ball of the series. Gapped it out into right center field.
Got it out over the plate, and he pounded it right into the power alley. And that's the thing, Al. The power alleys in this ballpark are huge. A long way to go.
If you've got a real good runner and you've got a chance for an inside the park home run if you belt that ball out into right center field. As it is, I remember in the playoffs one time, Mike Ristovich clobbered a pitch about 9/10 up on the hitter's eye in center field. He did it with the bases loaded, and he ended up with an inside the park grand slam home run. Here we got the infield playing up. And the ball is slapped out into right field. The Giants take a 2-run lead. Run scoring single here by Tanner Hess. He's had a good night. He's 3 for 3. The Atlanta Braves with a 1.5 game lead in the Eastern Division of the National League. They're 41-30. Game and a half up on the Phillies. The Mets are 6.5 games back. The Washington Nationals are 8.5 out. And the Miami Marlins 14.5 games back in the cellar. You have double play depth in the infield. And Olton with the throw on to first base. And a bad throw, that's going to be an error on the throw. And pulling in a scoring position is Tanner Hess. There you see it. It's a way off target.
Jordan Blundell coming out to settle tearing down. He's got a reliever going in the bullpen right now.
Batter due up will be Brady Wood. In the Central Division, Milwaukee and the Chicago Cubs. Identical records, 39-31. Co-leaders in the Central Division. St. Louis Cardinals have got a good crack at it. They're only 3.5 games back. If they don't win the division, they'll certainly be in line for a wild card spot. Pirates and the Cincinnati Reds are both 8 games off the pace. In the West Division, the Dodgers 47-24, a pretty solid ball club. On a good day, Clayton Kershaw is as good as there is in the business. 10-game lead on Arizona, 9.5 games, or 10.5 back is the Colorado Rockies. Padres are 13 back, and the Giants 16 games off. So there you have the divisional leaders in the major leagues.
That was Austin Guzzo, the pitching coach, who went out to talk to Taryn. It was not the manager. They're just working something on mechanics.
The strike one delivery, pulled a string on the pitch. It was not in the strike zone. It's foul back. We go to 0-2. Is your vehicle ready for summer? Visit your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today for a full synthetic oil change. Get a $100 travel credit, good for hotels, car rentals, and more. Jiffy Lube, keeping you moving all summer long. A right-handed pitcher up and throwing in the bullpen for the Prospects. A one-out triple hit by Eric Meyer. He hits that ball to left field with that distance. He'd have got a home run. There's a ground ball at third. Davis Pratt dives to his right. Can't make the play. That'll cash in a run. And it's a lead of 3, a 4-1 ball game. That ball was hit well by Richard Ortiz. That was Brady Wood hitting the ball.
Now again, Holton, if you look at this, he is throwing 9 pitches in this inning, only 1 ball. All the rest have been strikes, but he's been getting hit and hit hard. So now I think we're going to see a change.
That'll do it for Teron Holton. He is done for the day. He'll pitch 4 1/3 innings this afternoon against the Fort McMurray Giants. That last run that scored is for the moment an unearned run, and a right-hander coming in to pitch. And here on Father's Day, this is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. And there, get a look at the new pitcher. His name is Brandon Owen. It's like he's about a 6'4", 6'5" right-handed pitcher. Just got in last night. Can't tell you very much about him. I can tell you the pitching line incomplete for Teron Holton, 4 1/3 today. And he's on the hook for minimum of 4, a maximum of 5 runs. One of those runs may become an unearned run. It is, as we speak, an unearned run, but that could change. 1 base on ball and no strikeouts.
Now, Brandon Owens is one of these players from Louisiana State at Shreveport.
And the first pitch is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. The batter is Richard Ortiz. Correction on the line totals. 1 strikeout today for Teron Holton, and that'll give him 20 on the year.
That was a very good curveball by Owens. Really broke it off well.
Double play depth in the infield. The outfield is straight away. Owen back onto first base. Got to hit it twice to get it out in this ballpark. 420 straightaway center field. Big down the line in left field, 340. 320 up the line and right. Those are more of the dimensions of an Arizona spring training ballpark. They are huge there as the ball carries so well. Pitch foul back, 1-2. Ortiz this afternoon is 0 for 1 with a run batted in. The long stride home in the pitch for Brandon Holton, and he tethers a wild pitch, and that puts Brady Wood into scoring position. Jake Geary could not corral that wild pitch. And we set it a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jake is usually very good at blocking the ball, but that one came off so fast. Handcuffed him.
And the 2-2 delivery. Hanging changeup. He hit it good, but he hit it foul. Towards the Edmonton bullpen. In left field. Ortiz, a .321 batter. B.J. Menarson, the center fielder, sits in the on-deck circle. 2 runs have come in to score here in the top half of the 5th inning. And the 2-2 pitch. There's a ball that's belted into left field. Here's the throw from Blahowiak. It's right on target. Off the top of the glove of Jake Geary. The run comes in to score. Good throw. Was right on the money. Just went off the top of the webbing. So that'll be an RBI single. And the Fort McMurray Giants with 3 runs here in the inning. An error has to get charged on the throw to account for Ortiz pulling into scoring position.
It looked to me like Jake Geary pulled his eyes off the ball for a split second, come off the webbing of the glove.
4-run lead for the Giants. There's only one gone here in the top half of the 5th inning. That'll make the totals complete today for Teran Holton. 4 1/3 innings, 5 runs. That base hit made the unearned run an earned run. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The ball is cued off the fist. It's a pop-up right by the bag at first base. Easy play here for Bo Gilbo. 2 away. And Gunnar Rainey is the batter.
Got that ball in on the hands on him real well. Get that punch up in the air.
Now, these 2 clubs will renew hostilities at the ballpark at Fort McMurray on Tuesday and Wednesday night. If you're watching our game today from the Fort McMurray area, weather looks great after kind of a rainy start to the season. If you haven't been out of that ballpark, go and see it. It's really something. Thursday night, the Prospects will be in Okotoks, and on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the ballpark located right by the South Saskatchewan River Valley in Fort McMurray. There's a ball that had eyes. It's a base hit out into right center field. And Richard Ortiz comes in to score. And that, for the moment, is an unearned run. Brady McGrath representing the 8th batter to the plate here in the inning. He's used that bat today like a magic wand. 2 trips to the plate and 2 base hits. The lead of 5, 6-1 is the score. Down and away, ball 1 here from Brandon Owen. And the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball low and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Next home action for the Prospects will be a week from tomorrow. Matinee contest against the Lethbridge Bulls. And there's another error on a pickoff throw to first base that was a way off target. And Gunnar Rainey pulls into scoring position on the error to the pitcher, Brandon Owen. Not where he wanted to put it.
It sure isn't. Things seem to be going from bad to worse for the Prospects right now.
Edmonton will heat up a fresh arm in the bullpen. They got a right-hander. He's not throwing off the mound yet, but starting to play some long toss. Pitch is high. 3 balls and no strikes. Here to Brady McGrath. Stretch here by Owen, and here comes the pitch. Ball hit in the air. Down the right field side, now to play towards the barbecue area that is really occupied today. There's another thing to remind you too, if you're looking for a big group outing, this is the place to do it. Barbecue area, get you just about anything you need. Look it up on the Prospects website.
Now Jake Geary on that lost the ball in the sky and could not find it. It's good it went out of play.
There's a 3-1 break-in ball. And Brandon Owen is one strike away from putting the Giants to bed here in the inning. McGrath, the 8th batter to the plate. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball is belted out into center field, fielded on one bounce by Clay Loringer. The throw is up the road a little bit, and that'll be a base hit and a run batted in. Gunnar Rainey scores. McGrath collects his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Run scoring single, hit it right on the button. And the throw up the line a little bit. And that run for the moment is unearned. 3 errors here today. That is not what the doctor ordered.
No, this is not what we like to see at all.
7 runs on 11 hits for the Giants, 1 run on 6 hits. And too many errors. Pitches a breaking ball on the inside half of the plate, right about the knee. Strike 1 to the batter.
In Owen's short time in here, that curveball has been his best pitch.
And here's the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball down and away. With a ball 2 and strike 1. Committed Jiffy Lube today for a Pennzoil fully synthetic oil change. No appointment necessary. Warranty approved. Get air mile reward miles and a $100 travel credit. Details at jiffylube.ca. There he turned the ball over and he found the outside corner for a strike. It's John Oko today calling the balls and strikes. Matt Beaudry at first base. And Devin Redekop, the umpire, working at third. Beautiful day. Kind of a hazy blue sky overhead. Just a hint of wind today blowing across the field from right to left. Temperature up in the 70s Fahrenheit. There's a fastball on the fists.
He's getting ahead in the batters, but the problem is the hits that the Giants have been getting. They've been sneaking the ball through the gaps. Had a tremendous inning at the plate.
And here comes the 2-2 delivery. Ball hit in the air to right field. Travis Hunt has this one on radar, gathers it in, and that will retire the side. 9 batters come to the plate, 5 runs cross the plate, and a 7-1 lead for the Fort McMurray Giants as we move to the bottom half of the 5th inning. This is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Javier Ramirez, the shortstop, lead it off here for the Prospects. He bounced out his first time through. We'll see Clay Loringer and Pierce Blahowiak. So it's the 9, the 1, and the 2 batters here against Nick Cardinal, the right-hander out of Bonneville, Alberta, out of Fresno State University. What conference is Fresno State in?
I'm not sure.
It's not in the Pac-12, I know that.
No, it could be West Coast Conference.
Pitch and a bouncing ball, flagged nicely by Meyer at third base. What a play. From his knees, he throws a strike to first base. And he was up just back of the bag. He was not playing shallow, but he was not playing fully back. And Eric Meyer with a real nice pick.
You can't make a better play than that. Right on the line, down on his knees, made the play. Great throw to first.
That ball was ticketed for left field down the line and a 2-base hit. Now that is not the case. That is why you call that position the hot corner. There's another one to Meyer. He gives chase, put leather on it, and then foul territory. Loringer today drew a base on ball and was picked up on a ground ball double play. Stroked a base hit into center field his other time along. Pitch outside. We go to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now, Loringer is one of these young speed guys that the prospects had, playing center field today.
Here's the kick in the 2-1 pitch. Ball is nubbed back to the mound. Cardinal with an easy fielding play. Onto the bag, 2 away. All the games today in the Western Canada League played broad daylight. These are matinee contests. Brooks is in Okotoks. Swift Current is in Regina. Lethbridge today will play the Yorkton Cardinals. Melville will play the Red Hot Weyburn Beavers. Moose Jaw is in Medicine Hat. 13 consecutive victories for the Weyburn Ball Club. And they're now 13-2. And a 1-game lead on the Regina Red Sox. Strike 1 here to Pierce Blahowiak. Bottom fell right out of that break-in pitch, 0-2. We could very well have a pitching change when we move on to the 6th inning. Prospects with a right-hander heating up in the bullpen. Here's the kick and the 2-strike pitch. Foul to the screen.
Cardinal just seems to be in a groove. He's pitching very well, mixing up the fastball, the curveball.
"6'2" right-hander. Kicks that left leg up, drags the right arm over, and the pitch is down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away. Bases empty. They're on Father's Day at Remax Field. Cardinal rocks into his full windup, and here comes the pitch. Got a piece of it, fouled it away, and a nice catch made by a fan on the stands here today.
I think that was self-preservation on that one, Al. He was coming right to his face, and he got that hand up very fast. Nice catch.
At the plate, the man who scored the lone run this afternoon for the Prospects. There, Cardinal had that one slip out of his fingers. Misses up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Myers at third base today. Hess at first. Sanderson the shortstop. McGrath at second base. Gunnar Rainey the left fielder. B.J. Minarson in center field. And Brady Wood plays in right. Giants with their black tops, orange trim, gray trousers, black stirrup. Prospects today with their home white pants, black socks, and I don't know how to describe the top. It is multicolored, put it that way.
It is checkerboard, that's for sure. Again, Blahowiak's having pretty good at bat here. He's fouling some off. Got a full count.
Infield is back and fanned apart. The outfield is straight away. Cardinal is ready to go. Here comes the pitch. And he missed inside. Ball 4. 2-out walk issued to Pierce Blahowiak.
Breaking ball, missed. Now, Cardinal's not walked many people today, has he, Al? I don't think there's only been a couple, 2 or 3.
That is his second base on ball.
He's got good control.
And here comes the pitch to Travis Hunt. Puts the ball into play into the shortstop hole. Nice pick by Sanderson onto McGrath at second base. Crowd doesn't like that, but that'll do it here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That's a lead of 6. 7-1 is the score. As you see the turn made at second. Take a timeout. This is Edmonton Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Under the 6th inning, David Wiley, the new pitcher in the ball game, out of Azusa Pacific. He's out of San Diego, California. He'll make his 5th relief appearance. He's logged a lot of innings in relief, 9 relief innings, 10 hits, 4 runs are all earned. 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA of 4. David Wiley. Tall, lean right-handed pitcher, goes to work. Cam Sanderson is the batter. He shows the bunt and pulls the back bat. Ball 1 the count. That'll move Pratt in a pace or 2 at third base. 7 runs on an 11-hit attack today for the Giants. And the pitch. Belted up the middle. That's a room service fly ball to Loringer. And you got 1 away. Totals today for Brandon Owen. Gets the last 2 outs of the 5th inning. Allows 2 earned runs on 3 hits. And he tethered 1 wild pitch. And Eric Meyer is the batter. Got a 3-base hit today. He's got a double. And has scored 2 runs. This guy's a good hitter. He comes into play today. Batting .338. Here's the pitch to Meyer. Splits the plate, but the pitch is low. 1 ball and no strikes. There's a slow ground ball pulled to the right side of the diamond. Maskill there to glove it. And his throw is right on target. A ground ball out 2-way.
Now Wiley has this 3/4 motion coming down, and it's a little different from what we've seen from these other pitchers.
The front part of this Fort McMurray order has accounted for 6 of the 7 runs. As we go to Tanner Hess, who scored twice, and he's got 3 hits on the day. And the pitch to Hess is right down the pump for a strike, 0-1. Hess out of Victoria, British Columbia. Vancouver Island University. There he drops the arm angle down. The pitch is a flat breaking ball. It's away. Broke late and off the target. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out, bases empty. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Tanner Hess stands in, front foot open. About midway in the batter's box. And here's the 1-1 delivery to him. Ball's popped up. Foul territory, back of home plate. Jake Geary did that just textbook. He located the ball. He threw his catching mask away from the area he was going to have to go. You'll get a look at that here in a second, but that's a pop up to the catcher, Jake Geary. And that is for the 2nd time today, a 3-up, 3-down inning. When the Giants are batting, 0s across, 5.5 through, and a 7-1 Fort McMurray lead. This is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Bo Gilbo, the leadoff batter, here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1 for 1 today with a run batted in. He leads into the pitch, and he hits a high fly ball in pretty good order, deep to right field. Brady Wood draws a beat on this, right on the lip of the warning track. It's a long fly ball, and there's 1 away.
He's hit the ball hard today.
And Jake Geary is the batter. He has gone down swinging twice this afternoon. Nick Cardinal here in the 6th inning cranks it up, and the pitch is high. 1 ball and no strikes. There's the windup, the 1-0 pitch. The ball is floated out into short right center field on a base hit for Jake Geary. Hit the ball where it was pitched. Opens the bat head up a little bit.
Nice loop for a base hit.
7th knock on the day for the Prospects. And Eric Crane, the designated hitter, will stand in. Fort McMurray bullpen is unoccupied and has been all this afternoon unoccupied as Nolan Walker will come in as the pinch hitter. Jordan Blondell likes his chances better with a left-handed batter up against a right-handed batter here against the right-handed pitcher. Up high with the first pitch to Nolan Walker. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And the pitch is a strike, a backdoor breaking ball. An off day tomorrow and up to Fort McMurray on Tuesday night to kick off a week-long road trip. 2 games in Fort McMurray, Tuesday and Wednesday, a single in Okotoks on Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The old ballpark in Medicine Hat, and some of the great big leaguers that came out of there when the Blue Jays had their short season A club in Medicine Hat.
It's a lot
names
of
like Willie Upshaw, John Olerud played there, Garth Orange played there.
John Olerud, I still think, one of the sweetest swings I've ever seen in baseball.
Yeah, he was a beauty, wasn't he?
Yeah, he just
played a long time. And the pitch. The ball is belted into right field for a single. Another Medicine Hat Blue Jay that went on to have a great career, and boy, did he have a hose. I'm talking about a pipe. Jesse Barfield.
Yes.
Or as his teammates used to call him, Bessie Jarfield. Yeah, Jesse was a good one. So if you know this or not, but Willie Upshaw was the first baseman. He was the nephew of a great NFL player named Gene Upshaw. He was at one time the president of the National Football League Players Association.
For many years.
And here's the pitch as the prospect. Give their fans a little something to root for here in the home half of the 6th inning. Jake Geary and a pinch hit single by Nolan Walker. And Tyler Maskill is the batter. And we will get a fresh arm up in the bullpen of the Fort McMurray Giants. There he gets jammed on the pitch, and he pops it up to the left side of the diamond.
Infield fly rule.
And you are correct. That is the infield fly. And Davis Pratt is the batter.
I think that's the first time we've seen that called this year.
That's the first time I've seen it in a long time. More often, it's a looping line drive that an infielder will knock down, pick it up, and try to turn a cheap double play. The batter is out. The put-out this instance will go to the third baseman, Meyer. And the runners advance at their own risk, which it states that in the rules, but obviously they're not going to advance. 1 ball and no strike here to Davis Pratt. A lot of left-hand batters up here in the inning, and Pratt takes a strike, 0-1. We'll have a right-hander up and throwing in the Giants bullpen. Kind of a ball and a strike. As Nick Cardinal might not have a whole lot of gas left in the tank. High and away to go to 2 balls, 1 strike. Last night it was the bullpen that was the undoing of the Giants. They got an excellent start. From Ike Buxton, who went a 5-inning distance. Shutout baseball, scattered 2 hits, struck out 3, and he walked 4 batters. Ball 3, strike 1 on Pratt. Javier Ramirez is on deck as we work through the bottom end of the prospect order. And the pitch high and outside, ball 4. Bases are loaded.
And again, he's wild high. There's going to be a change right now.
So Ramirez will be the batter up, 1 gone. The prospects get a little something going here with the bases loaded. Pitching change brought to you by Jiffy Lube. We'll be back with more on ICU Video. Today he went to the mound. He, with his right hand extended, indicated to the bullpen. Then he changed his mind, so no pitching change. As Ramirez will go to work here on Nick Cardinal. Got a hold of a pitch on the inner half of the plate, and he fouled it off at third base, strike 1. Cardinal might have told him, look, I'm good to go. I've got some gas left in the tank. And the strike 1 delivery. Gas is what up there high. We're at a ball on a strike. Runners aboard, Jake Geary at third. Nolan Walker at second base. Davis Pratt takes his lead off at first. Infield is back and fanned apart. The outfield is straight away. From the set position, here's the 1-1 pitch. And the ball's popped up. Back to home plate. Richard Ortiz late coming out of his crouch, but he draws a bead on this. Puts a leather on it. And there's 2 gone. 3 gone. That will do it.
That's right.
So here for the Prospects in the bottom half of the 6th inning. No runs and 2 hits, no errors. They strand 3, and Nick Cardinal has a full 6 innings under his belt this afternoon, and a 7-1 Fort McMurray lead. This is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Brady Wood will be the leadoff batter here in the 7th inning. David Wiley up on the bump. Big, tall right-hander delivers. And it's a strike, 0-1. The pitching lines this afternoon for the Prospects. Teran Olton, the starter, and he is the pitcher of record. Works a 4 1/3 inning distance, 5 earned runs on 8 hits. He had 19 strikeouts going into today's game, but only got 1 K today, 1 strikeout, and 1 base on ball. Brandon Owen, 2/3 of an inning, 2 earned runs on 3 hits, and 1 wild pitch.
That last pitch, just an excellent curveball by David Wiley. Broke it right off the inside corner.
Fully back in the middle infield. They're about midway on the corners. There's a foul ball. As we said, at a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Richard Ortiz and B.J. Minarson are the batters due up for the Giants. The Giants, after a cool start, have picked it up just a little bit. They're 5 wins, 9 losses on the year, playing at a .357 clip. And 5 games back of the leader. The Okotoks Dogs are on the diamond today, as they are hosting the Brooks Bombers. Swift Currents in Regina, Lethbridge at Yorkton, Melville at Weyburn, and Moose Jaw at Medicine Hat. 2 games tomorrow night. The Yorkton Cardinals are in Regina, and the Weyburn Beavers are in Swift Current. And the pitch is low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Have you ever been south of Swift Current? That is cowboy country.
Sure is.
They don't measure land in quarter sections there. It's
No.
wide open spaces.
It's sections only.
Here's the 2-2 pitch and a bouncing ball to the shortstop Ramirez. He loves it and he throws it, and you've got 1 away. And Richard Ortiz is the batter. And about this time of the year, it is smoking hot there as well. It's semi-arid desert is what it
It
is.
sure is. Very dry country. You come off east of the Cypress Hills there, it's something else.
You take that road south to the Montana border, and you're about 100 miles to your nearest town in Montana. It is the wide open spaces. Breaking pitch in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. About the first town of any size you come to is a place called Havre, Montana.
Little school there. One part of the University of Montana programs.
David White to the plate, jammed his batter up with a fastball on the fists, foul to the backstop. As we have a fresh arm limbering up in the bullpen of the Prospects and of the Giants. Got a big right-hander down in the Fort McMurray pen. We would think we'll see a pitching change when we move along to the bottom end of the 7th inning. And the pitch, a strike in the outside corner.
Wiley's mixing up his pitches quite well.
Here's the pitch. Threw him a breaking ball. He just got a little piece of it, dribbles it foul. Next action here at the ballpark will be a week tomorrow. A matinee contest, 2:05 first pitch. We'll have it for you here on ICU Video. The Lethbridge Bulls and the Prospects. And it's back on the road and back into Saskatchewan. Here's the 1-2 delivery. There's a fly ball raised out into left field. Kind of a room service fly ball here for Blahowiak. Then the wind kind of slows it down, so he tracks this one down. Easy catch in left field. And there's 2 away. B.J. Minarson is the batter up. Now, I think it's a 2:05 start, but I could be wrong. Minarson hitting .308 as he takes a belt-high fastball. I would think the biggest crowd of the year here today would be somewhere around 3,000. Ballpark itself, if it's absolutely filled to capacity, seats 9,200 people. And don't matter who you talk to, you can say what you like or dislike the man. He was controversial. This park was built because of one man. That was Peter Pocklington. There's a strikeout wild pitch, and with first base unoccupied, B.J. Minarson is on at first. Strikeout wild pitch strings the inning alive.
And Jake Gary lost sight of that. That's tough. The way that ball came in. He had it blocked. Then it come up to his left toward the third baseline.
$3,403. The assembled multitude at the ballpark today. You know what? When Pocklington was on the outs, he was in financial straits. But say what you like, he got the financing put together. He built this park.
He did a very good job with it. Well designed. And it's built for the fans and for the players.
I can tell you what would have happened if the professional club at this park was not built. It was on the road. It was leaving. There was just about nothing left of that thing. At the last year we played in it, you couldn't even get an electrician who would work on the scoreboard. Ground ball left side. Ramirez chases this into the hole, and the throw is off target. I think he scored that an infield hit. So with Rainey aboard, the batter will be Brady McGrath. There, he ranged deep into the hole to grab that ball.
It was deep. That's a tough play. Get it over, and he just got it wide at first base. And because it was so deep, he had no play at second.
McGrath today has been tough. 3 hits and a run batted in. And the pitch to him is a breaking ball, counted strike 1. When we first got into professional baseball in '81, pretty much everywhere, from A ball up, old ballparks were just falling apart, which is one of the reasons we got the professional club. And trust me, ours was just about at the bottom of the heap. Bouncing ball to the shortstop Ramirez, on to Maskill at second base. And Gunnar Rainey is erased on the force out at second.
Nice play by Javier Ramirez.
Bottom half of the 7th coming your way here momentarily. Looks like we'll have a pitching change. This is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. There you look at the new pitcher. We'll have a look at his totals in a minute. It's Halen Knoll coming in to pitch, Knoll. So Nick Cardinal today with a pretty nice 6-inning distance, 1 earned run on 8 hits. Struck out 3, and he walked 3 batters as Halen Knoll goes to work here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Doesn't work from a windup. From a straight overhand delivery, his fastball is high and outside, ball 1. Knoll, Edmonton ball player, attends Edmonton Collegiate. The bouncing ball inside the bag at first base. The underhand flip, 3-1 on the putout as Halen Knoll takes the toss here from Hess. 1 gone. Pierce Blahowiak is the batter. Knoll makes his 4th relief appearance. 4 innings of pitching, 8 hits, 5 runs, they're all earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and an 11.25 earned run average here for Halen Knoll. Fastball to Blahowiak, and it's high, 1 ball and no strikes. We also have Travis Hunt due up here in the inning. 7 runs today. 12 hits, errorless baseball for the Giants. 1 run on 8 hits. 8 hits should normally get you more than 1 run. And a couple errors by the prospects, both errors by the pitchers.
We've had those hits spread out a lot, and we just couldn't put things together when we had people on base.
Well, the game at the 1 hour and 58-minute mark here in the 7th inning. And there's a fly ball to shallow center field. Ball hit about 370 feet on the fly. And Menarson is there with an easy catch, 2 away. Travis Hunt has swung just about as good a pole as anybody in the Edmonton order today. He's gone 2 for 3 with a stolen base. And the pitch. Breaking ball to the outside corner, strike 1. Prospects relief pen is empty. And a right-hander up and throwing for the Giants. Again, Nick Cardinal, a 6-inning distance today. Both nights quality starts by the Fort McMurray pitchers. Buxton last night, Cardinal here today. 1 earned run on 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 base on balls. From the set position, here comes the pitch. And the ball is fouled away.
Swung from the heels on that one.
Prospects, by virtue of that win last night, did pick up a game in the standings. 2 games back of the Okotoks Dogs. Breaking ball, and it was a knee buckler right at the knee on the inside corner. A nice hook thrown by Halen Knoll. Look at this thing. And the bottom falls right out of it. That's a 12-6 curveball to get it done. And a strikeout here to Travis Hunt. That's it for the Prospects in the 7th inning. Tyler Yaremchuk, take it away.
Hey guys, this series is going to shift back up to Fort McMurray on Tuesday, and when it does, Austin Kennedy will be the starter for the Prospects. Your first year here in Edmonton with the Prospects. Just your initial thoughts on the city and the organization.
Edmonton is very humble, very polite city. I love this area. I love the Prospects. It's a great town.
You've got 1 start under your belt already. How excited are you to get back out on the bump and keep building here with the Prospects?
Super excited, man. High energy guys, so trying to carry that into the next start for sure.
For those who haven't seen you pitch before, give us a quick scouting report.
Good slider, high 80s fastball.
All right, thanks, Austin.
No problem, man.
Back up to you guys.
All right, here in the 8th inning, Chase Atkinson going to be the leadoff batter. Cam Sanderson, the shortstop, and Eric Meyer, the third baseman. Atkinson this afternoon struck out swinging, and then he hit a couple of fly balls, 1 to left, 1 to right. That is David Wiley, third pitcher on the day for Edmonton. Pitching here in front of a real good crowd. The attendance this afternoon, 3,403 by my calculations. That would be the biggest crowd of the season. We had some pretty good houses this year. Then the rain came. 1 game early in the year, the game couldn't be played due to smoke. It drifted south from the high level area. So over the years, I've seen lots of rainouts. I've seen games that didn't get played due to travel problems. I've seen games that were snowed out. But that was the first time I saw a game that was smoked out. Wiley in the 7th inning got 2 outs before he had a base runner aboard on a strikeout wild pitch. Gunnar Ramsey or Rainey reached base on a scratch single. And then McGrath hit into a force to set down the side. There's the pitch, and it's a foul ball, strike 1. There's a breaking ball from a straight overhand delivery, and it's a strike, 0-2. Three pitches, gets a punch out from a fastball to a breaking ball and back to a fastball, and there's one away.
He just got a little hook on that at the end. Got it in the corner. Batter doesn't like the call, but it was a strike.
There's Jackson Bando now in the ball game. Right-handed pitcher. The ball is belted down the left side and foul.
Jackson Bando is one of these players from Yale University, he's freshman. He has been a starter, but they're using him out of the pen now.
Bando delivers, and it's a called strike. So David Wiley works an inning of shutout baseball, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 wild pitch. A 9-hole batter up there, and that is Cam Sanderson on a collective 0 for 3 this afternoon. Bando makes his 3rd relief appearance. 9 innings of pitching, 11 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. Walked 6, he's struck out 11 batters, and a .306 earned run average. Out of Snohomish, Washington, by way of Yale University. And it's an 0-2 count.
He's a young man who is constantly working, trying to get better. I believe he's going into his sophomore year this next year at Yale.
And the pitch misses up a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was an excellent change, just missed.
Ball game at the 2-hour and 5-minute mark here in the top half of the 8th inning. Bando ready to go. There's the ball that's belted up the right field side, and it's a fair ball. That'll be an extra base hit here for Cam Sanderson. He makes a left turn and pulls it to second base. Swatted that pretty good to the opposite field.
Bando got the ball out over the plate. Then he hit it where it was pitched, right down the line. Stand-up double.
And Eric Meyer will be the batter, big third baseman. Pulled a double into left field his first time up, and smoked a triple out into the gap in right field his 3rd trip to the plate this afternoon. There he chases one in the dirt. Strike 1 to the batter. Bando is ready to go, strides home, and the ball is knocked back to the left of the mound. Fielded here by Bando. He throws a strike to first. Cam Sanderson moves to third. There's 2 away.
Good pitch. Got a nice high hop on it. Easy throw to first.
Don't forget the Western Canada Baseball League All-Star Game is going to be coming up first week of July. July 7th to be exact. First one in league history, as there's a comebacker, a high hopper right down the gun barrel. A run-scoring single. Cam Sanderson crosses the plate. That ball was kissed.
It really was right over top of Bando, and he's a good-sized young man, but it come right over top of him. No play by the shortstop or second baseman.
So Brady Wood will be the batter. Drew a base on ball in the first inning. Bounced into a double play in the third. Knocked in a run with a base hit and came around to score. His 3rd time along. And he ground out back in the 7th inning. A run has crossed the plate here in the 8th inning. Make it a lead of 7, 8-1 score. Jackson Bando with a pitch down and away.
Curveball.
Wood, one of 5 plus 300 hitters at the front end of the Fort McMurray order today. Runner goes. It's a bouncing ball, knocked down, picked up by Maskill and on to first base. They'll retire the side. A run comes in to score. A little extra baggage this afternoon. A run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. The bottom half of the 8th inning coming your way shortly. And you're tuned to Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. Now, correction on that ball game that's going to get underway a week from tomorrow, the matinee contest. The game has been moved up an hour, so it'll be a 1:05 first pitch against the Lethbridge Bulls a week from tomorrow. And Bo Gilbo, the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly as he takes a strike.
He's hit the ball real hard today.
Last ball upstairs. I think we have a defensive change as well. Mark Chappelle is in the ball game. Perhaps you can find out just where he's playing. But didn't see the umpire with his lineup card out. And the 1-1 pitch high and outside. Halen Knoll now working in his 2nd inning of relief for the starter. Nick Cardinal, a 6 inning distance. 1 earned run on 8 hits. Struck out 3 and he walked 3 batters. Here's the pitch. And that's a breaking ball low, ball 4. Bo Gilbo draws the walk. And Jake Geary will be the batter due up. They're going to have a meeting at the mound here momentarily. They'll call the catcher Richard Ortiz into the discussion. As Ray Brown comes out for a quick chat. Mark Chappelle is the defensive change. He's now playing in right field. Chappelle plays in right. And he'll bat in the 3 hole in the spot occupied previously by Brady Wood if it gets to that. Mark Chappelle is in right. Strike 1 on the batter. Jake Geary, 1 for 3 afternoon. Halen Knoll delivers the pitch. Hopped up a little too much on the fastball. He threw it high of the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. They're short in the middle infield up. Play him at a double play depth. Meyer is deep at third base. Ball is belted into left field. There's a knock. And the Prospects with 2 runners on. 2 for 4 today, Jake Geary, as he strokes that ball cleanly between short and third. And the batter up is Nolan Walker. Came in as a pinch hitter in the 6th inning. And he punched a single into right field.
That's what they've been looking for here. We got to get something going.
9 hits today for the Prospects, so they haven't had any difficulty getting the runners on base. Just haven't been able to get them off. 1 ball, no strikes to Nolan Walker. Runners aboard. Bo Gilbro takes the lead at second base. He's the lead runner. Jake Geary takes his lead at first. Halen Knoll kicks and delivers, and he throws a breaking ball. It misses at the knee. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, our attendance this afternoon, 3,403 on Father's Day at the ballpark.
Nice crowd. Everybody's having fun.
Another breaking pitch that misses inside. He loses this batter. I think he'll be done for the day.
I agree with you, Al. They've got 2 guys going in the bullpen, big right-hander.
And the 3-0 pitch. And the automatic is in and over. The Giants, 4 games under 500, 5-9. 5 games out of the roost in the Alberta division of the Western Canada Baseball League. There's a strike. It'll bring the count full 3-2. Okotoks, the best club in the Alberta division, at least won and loss wise. Playing 7-14 baseball, 10 victories against 4 losses. He didn't catch up to that high gas, and the ball is hit in foul territory. Coming on over, Sanderson, the shortstop, trying to put leather on that. Just ran out of room.
Made a heck of a try for it. He was really moving. The right man to make the play on that.
He motored a long way over there. He extended his hand, his left hand out, but couldn't squeeze it.
On plays like that in that area, the shortstop has the best angle to make the play.
You're only playing about 80 feet apart, but they're 2 entirely different positions. Third baseman, you catch the ball and you get rid of it. You're the shortstop, and the second baseman, you've got cutoffs, relays. It's a whole different game.
It sure is.
And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball hit to the first baseman. Hess makes the catch, makes the unassisted put out at the bag. Everybody moves up 90 feet. It is extremely difficult to pick up the path on a ball hit on the ground here in the day.
It sure is. It for whatever reason.
You just have to kind of look and see what ball player is moving somewhere.
The way that
At least it's difficult for me anyway.
Well, the artificial turf, it shines when you got a lot of sunlight on it, and you kind of lose the ball pretty quick. It's kind of weird.
Here's Tyler Maskill with a ground ball hit up the middle. That's through the hole, and a run will come in to score. Prospects plate their second run of the day. Tyler Maskill with a seeing eye single up the middle.
And that's just getting good bat contact on the ball. Hit it where it's pitched. Ball was down the middle. He hit it right back up the middle.
Pratt this afternoon 0 for 2 with a base on ball. Bounced out and he's flied out. Runners at first and third here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And here comes the pitch. Strike on the inside half of the plate. 0-1. And the best record in the league, the Weyburn Beavers. 13 consecutive victories at an .867 winning percentage. Here's the pitch to the ground ball, right side, base hit, and the Prospects will plate their third run of the afternoon. There you see it, a run-scoring single just to the left of the second baseman, McGrath.
Now, there's a long way to go. However, the prospect coaches feel the weakness of the Giants is their bullpen. They know they've got good starters, but their bullpen, they don't feel is that strong.
And we'll go to the 9-hole batter, Javier Ramirez, in a 0 for 3 afternoon. Men at first and second, 1 away, 2 runs have come in to score. And the pitch is a fastball upstairs. Here from Halen Knoll. And a 3 up, 3 down 7th inning. He's run into a little bit of trouble here in the 8th. Works from a straight overhand delivery. He throws the pitch low. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 games tomorrow night in the league. Yorkton is in Regina. Weyburn will try to extend that win streak. They'll be in Swift Current. The right-hander in the Giant bullpen is loose and ready to go. He's not warming up anymore, and the pitch is in and over. Going to count around to 2 balls, 1 strike. The starter last night, Buxton, with a team best 1.64 earned run average. There's a foul ball, even the count up at 2-2. Buxton with 2 victories. Strikeout leader is Stanley Vargas. We saw him last night. He's got 14 Ks on the year. There's a big rip out of breaking pitch, not held cleanly. And that is a strikeout. Second one on the afternoon for Halen Knoll.
Big breaking ball.
Go to Clay Loringer. 1 for 3 today. Drew a base on ball his first time up. 3 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors for the Prospects. As this ball is hit high in the air, it's a lazy pop fly into short left field. And Gunnar Rainey is there to make the catch. But a good inning here for the Prospects. They played 2 runs. And they do it on 3 hits. Weren't any errors. 2 men left on base as we head to the 9th inning on Father's Day. And this is Prospects Baseball on ICU Video. On to the 9th inning. And the big Giant catcher, Richard Ortiz, will lead things off. Playing up batter here this afternoon. He looks at a pitch in the dirt on a hop to the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Got a no time at bat in the first inning. A deep fly ball that scored a run. Bounced out, he's flied out. Knocked in a run, came around to score. There he chases the pitch, hits a high hopper to the shortstop Ramirez. He's got lots of time. And you got 1 away. Tried to pull an outside pitch. Lazy ground ball for the first out.
That throw was a little high from Javier Ramirez, and he just about pulled your ball right off the bag.
And B.J. Menarson is the batter up. Here's the windup. Pitch is low to the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. With a big lead of 5 runs, wouldn't be surprised if Ray Brown elects to keep with his pitcher into the 9th inning. He's got a fresh arm ready if needed. It's not a save situation. 2 balls and no strikes here to the batter. And the 2-0 pitch. Ball belted out into the gap in right field. On the run back is Travis Hunt. Had to pick his speed up just a tiny little bit as the ball was coming down to the earth, but he ran a real nice route to that ball. There you see him galloping into the right field gap to make the catch. 2 away.
Again, a real good jump on the ball, and that deceptive speed that Travis Hunt has. Ran the ball down. Well hit ball.
Gunnar Rainey is the batter up with the bases empty. 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning. Jackson Bando from that straight overhand delivery throws a strike. It's 0-1. John Oko today calling the balls and strikes. Matt Beaudry at first base. And Devin Redekop is the umpire working at third. There the 0-1 pitch. He just about snared that one right out of the catcher's mitt as Gunnar Rainey punches a single into right field. He sprayed the ball. There he opened up the bat head. And he hits a bolt to right field. 2-out single to bring up Brady McGrath. 3 for 4 in the afternoon with a run batted in. Bando sets and delivers, throws the pitch in the dirt. That'll be a wild pitch. And Rainey is in scoring position. 3 wild pitches today by the Prospect pitchers. Brandon Owen threw one, David Wiley threw one, and here Jackson Bando throws one.
And this is the first game that we've seen where Jake Gary's had trouble blocking the ball.
If the ball is in the dirt, you got to score it as a wild pitch. Sometimes it'll be a wild pitch in the ball. You got to figure, well, maybe that catcher can keep it out in front of him. But it's in the dirt. It's a wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here on Brady McGrath. There he throws a belt-high fastball right down Broadway. Strike 2. Is your vehicle ready for summer? Visit your neighborhood Jiffy Lube today for a full synthetic oil change and a $100 travel credit. Good for hotels, cars, rentals, what have you. Jiffy Lube, moving you along this summer of 2019. Giants are 3 outs away from squaring this series off at the midpoint of the series. 2 games here in Edmonton, 2 of them up in Fort McMurray, Tuesday and Wednesday night. The appeal on the check swing, the umpire at first base, Matt Bordry, says no swing. 2-2. And here comes the pitch. There he overthrew the fastball, rises out of the strike zone. Right-hander continues to throw in a Giant bullpen, so we may just see a fresh pitcher when we go to the last half of the 9th inning. 2-hour and 27-minute ball game here tonight at Telus Field. Father's Day, 3,403 in the seats. On the Sunday games, the kids are allowed to go out onto the field to play, run the bases.
There'll be a lot of them doing it today.
When I look at those bags, they look like they're about a half a mile apart. And a 3-2 pitch, up back off to the right of the mound. Fielded there by the pitcher, Bando, and on to first base. That will do it. It's going to be up to the batters now here in the 9th. No runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 man stranded. Bottom half of 9 coming your way in just a jiffy. And from Remax Field, this is Prospects Baseball. Out of the back half of the 9th inning, Pierce Blow-Hoyak will be the leadoff batter. Brady Wilson into pitch. Calgary ball player attends Taft College. Here for Brady Wilson. 3rd relief appearance, an inning and 2/3 of work. 2 hits, 1 earned run. A couple of base on balls, 5 strikeouts, and a 5.14 earned run average. Wilson to the plate. He's a big, tall right-hander. He throws low, 1 ball and no strikes. Halen Knoll today works a 2-inning distance out of the middle. 2 earned runs on 2 hits. 2 strikeouts. And a base on ball. 8 runs on a 16-hit attack here today for the Fort McMurray Giants. Here's the kick and the pitch. Throws that one in low. Ball 2. Eight runs on 15 hits will make it. No errors. And 7 men stranded. That'll be the complete totals today for the Giants. Here's the pitch. A strike to the outside corner. 3-1. Travis Hunt and Bo Gilbo, 2, 3, 4 hitters in the prospect order, will be due up. Infield is back and fanned apart. The outfield is straight away. This ball's beaten into the dirt. Bouncing ball to the shortstop Sanderson, and he can't make the play. That's an error.
Well, that come right off his chest. Had it blocked, but then he couldn't get to it. He slipped.
And Travis Hunt, we'll see if he can make him pay for that error. That'll shorten the middle infield up now. A 390 batter coming into play today. 1 for 2 with a run batted in, and the pitch is off the outside block. 1 ball and no strikes. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, back in Fort McMurray. On to Okotoks on Thursday next weekend. Play the Mavericks in a 3-game series in Medicine Hat. There's a pitch pounded into left field, a single. Travis Hunt with his second knock on the day. Hits that ball solidly through the hole of short and third.
He's having a good day swinging the bat, and pretty good day in the outfield also.
And the batter will be Bo Gilbo.
Fort McMurray has another right-hander warming up in the bullpen.
Scored the game's second run for the Prospects, and he did that in the 8th inning. He drew a leadoff walk. Came around to score on a base hit to right field by Davis Pratt. Ball escaped from the bullpen out into right field. That is why time has been called. Again, a week tomorrow, a 1 o'clock contest. The Monday afternoon game. The Lethbridge Bulls. They've moved the game up an hour earlier than normal on matinee contests. And here comes the pitch to Gilbo. It's a strike to him, and he fouled it back. Got that one right off the hands. Strike one on the batter.
A really good pitch. Brought it right in on the inside of the plate. Get it off the hands. Tough to hit that pitch.
And here comes the pitch on the way. That's a breaking ball, and it's low. Brady Wilson, third pitcher on the afternoon for the Giants. That was the breaking ball, misses inside with it. A long stride home from the set position, and the ball is popped up in foul territory, back at third base. Meyer is there to make the catch. Got one away.
Got that on the inside of the plate. Got underneath it. High pop.
2 for 4 afternoon for Jake Geary. Nick Cardinal today struck him out twice. Cardinal's pitching line. 6 inning distance, 1 earned run on 8 hits. Struck out 3 and he walked 3 batters. Back-to-back occasions, the Giants starting pitcher's done a real nice job. Kept him into the ball game through 6 innings. Here's a ball that's belted way back there into left field.
Gone.
And that ball, you can wave it goodbye. A big fly ball, a home run. And it's a 3-run shot for the Prospects.
Jordan Blundell was talking about Gary's power today, and we were sitting talking with him, and he was saying that he was due to crack one out of here. Good time to do it.
There you get it. Nice swing. That ball is just over the fence line and shows a pig's head. There it goes. Just snuck it over the wall. A 3-run shot. That changes the complexion of this ball game just a wee tad.
It sure does.
Ray Brown makes his way out to the mound. Looks like he's going to go to the bullpen. So Jake Geary gets it done with the long fly ball, a 3-run shot. Prospects have got 3 runs on the board here in the last half of the 9th inning. Pitching change up and coming, and this is Prospects baseball on ICU video. New pitcher in the ball game is most of the time an outfielder, Tristan Richardson, out of Harper Woods, Mississippi, or whatever MI is the abbreviation. Adrian College is the school. Tristan Richardson. Don't have him listed on any pitching statistics, so this will be his debut on the mound. And he comes in here with 1 out in the 9th inning. The bases are empty. But a 3-run bomb by Jake Geary has turned this now into a save situation. Nolan Walker is the batter. Of the 3 runs allowed here in the 9th inning, the first run is unearned. 0-1 is the count. The pitch is belled high and on the outside corner from Tristan Richardson. So Brady Richardson works a third of an inning here in the ninth. And here comes the pitch. Nolan Walker takes a rip at a breaking ball. He is down on strikes. 2 gone in the inning. He gets 1 batter here in the ninth inning. 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 2 hits. No strikeouts, no walks. Tyler Maskell will be the batter up. Looks very much like Nick Cardinal out of Fresno State University will pick up his first victory in his first appearance as a Fort McMurray Giant, a 6-inning distance, 1 earned run today. And Tristan Richardson with an opportunity here to get a save. It looks like he's going to do it. Got under the pitch and the ball has popped up in fair territory right at the bag at third base. Meyer is there to grab it. And John, the prospects make it interesting in the ninth inning.
They did. A couple of men get on base with Luhoviak and Hunt. And then Jake Gary cracks that home run, the 3-run home run. But they could only get to 8-6. It was a good ball game. The fans here, I'm sure, enjoyed it. Great weather for a ball game and a fun day at the ballpark.
6 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors today for the prospects. And they leave 10. Well, the Giants 8 runs, 15 hits. They commit 1 error, and they strand 7. Teron Olton, the starter and the losing pitcher, he'll fall to 1-1, 4 1/3 inning distance. 5 earned runs on 8 hits, struck out a batter, walked a batter. And a big right-hander out of Fresno State University from Bonneville, Alberta. Nick Cardinal picks up the victory. And he looked just fine through a 6-inning distance today. 1 earned run on 8 hits. He struck out 3 and he walked 3 batters. And we'll have the completion of our game totals for you in a minute. Tyler, take it away.
Hey guys, down here on field level with Eric Meyer. A good game for you, a pair of hits. How did it feel at the plate?
It felt good. We were seeing it well. We knew after yesterday we got through their one of their better pitchers. So when we saw a lefty on the mound that didn't bring as much velo, we knew we just had to sit back and put a good swing on it, and we'd be able to get hits.
You're batting in that leadoff spot, your rookie season here with the Giants as well, and you've been off to a great start. Has there really been just no adjustment period? You've come up with a high level of confidence?
Yes, sir. I always try to play with a high level of confidence, but the welcoming of the guys, you don't know anybody when you come to the field. So them welcoming me and wanting me to be good for this team has been really encouraging and helped me to lead and play with confidence just like them.
You made some good plays in the field as well at the hot corner. Do you kind of feel like the confidence can transition between fielding and batting too? When one's going, it really helps out the other?
Yeah, no doubt about it. They always tell you to wipe it when you have a bad at bat and then go make a play in the field, and that's always a tough thing to do. So when you go up and you're 1 for 1 with a double in the gap, it's definitely more encouraging trying to lay out for balls and things of that nature.
This was a long road trip for you guys, stops in 3 different cities. How excited are you to head back up and keep rolling with this momentum?
Very excited to head home, no doubt.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Tyler. Good job. Again, we'll give you the totals quickly. 6, 13, 2, and 10 for the prospects today. 8 runs, 15 hits, 1 error, and 7 stranded. For the Giants, Teron Olton, a 4 1/3 inning distance today. For him to be really effective, he's got to be on the corners. He just missed a little today.
He was too much in the heart of the plate. That's exactly right. And he got a lot of pitches up, and he got pounded for it. He threw a lot of strikes out. He didn't throw many balls.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Nick Cardinal, the winning pitcher on a 6-inning distance, 1 earned run. Tristan Richardson in his mound debut for the Giants gets the last 2 outs of the 9th inning, and he records the save. With the victory, the Giants improved to 6-9. With the setback, the prospects fall to 9 victories and 8 losses on our Father's Day Classic here this afternoon at Remax Field. It took 2 hours and 31 minutes to play it, 3,403, the assembled multitude in the stands, and that is the best crowd on the season. So that'll make for a happy bus up to Fort McMurray. It's a 5-hour pull minimum, but it'll seem like 2.5 hours when you come away with a win.
It sure will. I hope they, when they get up there, the prospects get up there Tuesday, they get up there to play. I hope the weather's good. They have good crowds there. As we say, it's a wonderful ballpark up there, fun place to play.
Yeah, and again, for you folks up in Fort McMurray tuning in today, these 2 clubs back on the diamond for round 3 of this 4-game home-and-home series. That'll be Tuesday and Wednesday night. Our next telecast will be coming your way a week from tomorrow. Lethbridge Bulls are in town. Our first midweek matinee game. Gates open up at noon. Opening pitch to get underway at 1:05. And that is the story. Have a very happy Father's Day, everybody. Talk to you next week from right here at beautiful RE/MAX Field.